Welcome to the Dating Unsettled show, where we dare to date differently. It's me, Joy Ofodu, your host. For those of you who either cannot see or are not with us here on YouTube right now, I'm looking very wifey-like in my Azalea Wang Akira sandal and dress. Gifted. I'm just trying to show off. Let me just bend my foot in a natural way. Look at that sandal. It's very wife-like in nature, isn't it? No, I'm not married yet. Still a girlfriend. And today we are talking about girlfriend duties versus wife duties. Y'all, this is really important. Okay. Because it's become just the conversation on the internet year after year. It's like it never truly ever goes away. And I think I want to dig into how I look at my responsibilities as a girlfriend and as a someday wife, and why I think the internet's interpretation of it is it's a crock of it's really a whole load of bull. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's dive into this bull. Let's start shoveling. Again, be sure to like, subscribe, follow Dating Unsettled on all platforms. Y'all know where to find it. Follow me at Joy Ofodu. Fight me online. There's gonna be clips of this, and it's gonna get contentious. I just know people will fight. I knew you would fight about this before I even began talking. It's going to trigger some of y'all. Some of y'all going to disagree. They're going to call me an enemy of progress. Nothing I ain't been called before. So let's do it, shall we? Okay. So I want to talk about girlfriend duties and wife duties. It gives me grief because I think we've taken experiences that come so naturally and comfortably to us, and we have begun to commodify everything about the way that we show up as women is already so critiqued, so picked apart. Do we really need to add how we're showing up for our partners? Not in let's analyze if we're exhibiting healthy behaviors kind of way, but do we really need to critique every little household item of how we show up as something that is inappropriate or appropriate based on the amount of time we've been with someone or the title that we have? It's this kind of neurotic over analysis that I think is holding a lot of us back from living. It's holding a lot of us back from living the lives that we truly want to live. Okay, so the labels gotta stop. Things as a girlfriend duty or as a wife, they're just responsibility. They're just chores. They're just tasks. It kind of reminds me, if you want to go into the homophobia conversation, of the person on Twitter/X or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna call it Twitter forever. Sorry, Elon. But the person who started making a long list of fellas, is this gay? And people started adding to the list, and it would be things like, drinking a strawberry daiquiri when you go out. It's dang, a masculine heterosexual man cannot enjoy a strawberry daiquiri. That's crazy. And there's just a long list of stupid, arbitrary stuff. But the same applies to wife friend and wife friend, to your wife friend, to your girlfriend and wife duties. I think it's for profit. I think our push to commodify and label these girlfriend duties versus what, it's for profit. I can't give you that direct line right now, but some of the things I can point out are how you'll see courses, coursework, online workshops and meetings and women's meetups and conferences that are all geared on quote unquote up leveling you from a girlfriend to a wife. And if you perceive that you're at the fiance stage, but you're at the girlfriend, but you want to be a fiance, you're not even being considered, but you want to be a girlfriend, become a fiance, become a wife, you're going to get sucked into this trap if you think that the answer to that kind of evolution lies within paying or subscribing to someone's content. I share reflections and things like this, not because I'm trying to charge you for information or for my reflections. I don't hold the answer. I'm a girlfriend myself at this moment. I look wife-like. I look very wifeable, but I'm a girlfriend right now. So there's nothing I have to sell you. Take it from me. You can trust me. I'm in a tight dress. There's there's a way that America labels to be able to sell to you. It's the same thing about the Valentine's Day phenomenon. If they didn't say it was Valentine's Day and that Valentine's Day is for lovers, you would not go out and buy that heart-shaped box of chocolates or the new jewelry that you didn't quite need before. To say that something as a wife duty puts it outside of your reach. It puts it outside of your grasp. It makes it something aspirational that you want to reach to so that they can sell it to you. And I want to maintain that nobody needs to buy into that. It's just something that will happen for you or it won't. Men will ask online, what can I get from you as a wife that you're not giving me as a girlfriend? What can I get from you that I'm not already getting for free? And to me, that question is very frustrating because it's exactly like the age old, what do you bring to the table question. I don't even want to say it anymore because it makes me sick. Look, it's not my job to convince you of my value. For those of you who are listening and not looking, I'm giving you a plastered clown face smile. It's not my job to convince you of my value. It's not my job to convince you why you should date me or prove to you what you would benefit from having me as your life partner. What can I get from you as a wife? Me being your wife? Hello? Like, why is our state of being not enough? Why are we always being pressured to bottle and sell ourselves like bottled fairies on neopets.com, of which I was addicted for more than 8 years? You're not a bottled fairy, baby. You do not have to package yourself. I think we know that men statistically live longer as life partners. Now, that's something I heard and it's completely unfounded because I haven't cited the source myself. But that's the kind of irresponsible journalism that goes rampant on the internet. If it's true, if men's life expectancy is actually longer with a partner, you don't need to spend any time arguing with somebody on Threads or X or Twitter or any of that about why they would benefit from making you a wife when you are their girlfriend. Again, all of this just to dangle a little carrot for you that's outside of your grasp so that you spend all your time aspiring to and trying to buy into it. So what are the duties? Let's get right into it. There's a user on Threads named Destiny Marie __. And she asked, hey, women who are married, did you do wife things as a girlfriend? And I went through the threads, I went through the replies, and I found 20 supposed alleged wife duties. I don't even think y'all are ready for this. The list is so common and so ridiculous at the same time. Let's just get it. Number 1, household duties. So girlfriends, y'all not picking up after yourself because it's a wife duty? Is that what we are? Number 2, cooking for a man. Preparing him a meal is considered a wife duty. And there are some girls who maintain that until they got that ring on their finger and have consummated it or whatever under the house of God, they're not going to cook a meal for a man. So you just getting him granola bars till close? Like and I come here not to condemn women because I recognize that and I'm going to do a big recognition. So if this triggers you, just fast forward to the end where you see that I understand where you're coming from. This isn't to condemn women, but to condemn the patriarchal system we live under that's put such pressure on us to believe that we're doing something wrong if we make you a plate of food, that we're wasting our time. Cleaning. So if you pick up after him in any type of way, that's a wife responsibility. Even to put something like this behind this sort of gate of wife responsibilities is so dangerous for me because then it's like, so his incentive to be with you is because he's going to get somebody who's going to clean up after him? Is that what you accomplish by putting it behind the gate? Number 4, creative intimacy. Getting na 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 na, getting na 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 na, creatively, and that's as far as we're gonna go because y'all know. Ba-da-ba-ba. Sponsorships that are family friendly. Creative intimacy. Some people are keeping behind the gate, and that's your prerogative. Some of y'all don't want to get crazy until life gets crazy. Stepping in where he falls short was number 5. So if he's falling short in any type of way and you are a girlfriend and you are observing girlfriend versus wife duties, strictly according to the internet, then you not going to step in where he falls short until he has married you. This makes me really sad and really scared. Let's keep going. Buying him expensive things until you're married. Now, you know what? I don't hate on that one. I think it's a financially smart and fiscally responsible decision to not make exorbitant purchases for somebody until maybe you have a better sense of commitment about how they're going to be involved in your life. But then again, there are no rules. There are really no, you could buy him a treadmill. That's random, rather suggestive gift. You could buy him a treadmill today. By the way, you could get him a Peloton. You could get him a Valentine. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. It doesn't make you any less or any more of a wife or of a girlfriend. But let's keep going. Buying a home, number 7. Now, I can understand that because when you buy a home, so much goes into the paperwork and what you do that if you don't want to do that till you're married to somebody, I get it. I understand. Living together, number 8. This one is so contentious, but a lot of people think that cohabitation is a wife duty. Combining finances or accounts. Okay, so y'all not finna be on the same Netflix until you're married. I see. Because you could save on, no, but don't let me be the one. Number 10, have children. It's almost like you can't speak on this on the internet without being pounced upon. So I will actually make no comment whatsoever other than to say that people perceive having children as being a wife duty. We're not even going We're not going to touch it. We're not going to touch it. 11, buying underwear and socks. So that's a specifically wife-like duty. So he's entering the covenant of marriage so you can buy him some Hanes. You're married. You're married? Is that what you look forward to? I can't wait to be married so she can get me some underwear and socks at Marshall's. Okay, number 12 is emotional support. I guess. Do not emotionally support him until you're married, ladies. Don't offer him any sort of sense of comfort or security. I'm trying to make it through this list. Number 13, prepare work lunches. So you're not going to get him nothing for work, for lunch, specifically until you're married, because that's what marriage unlocks. Marriage unlocks the lunchbox. Number 14 is laundry. Not everybody likes to. You clearly, whoever wrote this doesn't like doing laundry. I kind of hear you because it's so intimate that you're like, I don't want to do things to take care of another person until I'm that person's caretaker, ? I hear you. I'm not going to, you don't need to get in his drawers. You can get in his drawers without getting in his drawers. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Number 15, split the bill. So he's going to pay for everything or you're going to pay for everything until you're together. Then you can tell the restaurant, yes, please put these 2 cards down because we're married now. That one really actually goes directly against combining finances, number 9. So this is evidence that you know that the internet does not know what it's talking about. Everybody's doing anything. Number 16, organize his life or schedule appointments. No secretarial work, this person said. Organizing his life is crazy. I would really love to know how you organized your husband's life, for the wife who responded that. Scheduling appointments. I mean, hey, you do you. Number 17, supporting his career goals. You hear that, ladies? Don't support him in his career whatsoever until he puts that ring on your finger. Because that's a wife duty. This episode, I did not want it to be so cynical, but it's like, it's getting frustrating because I feel like some of the things that would naturally happen in the course of life, people are inhibiting themselves from. This one's really going to get you if supporting his career goals didn't do it for you. Number 18, showing interest in his hobbies. So I've been doing it all wrong. The journey to me becoming my boyfriend's wife is to show no interest in his hobbies until we're married. God forgive me. God forgive me. I went to all the soccer games. God forgive me. We played Scrabble. I'm never going to become a wife because I watched Big Bang Theory with him all the way through. We chatted about quantum physics. It's over. Don't show interest in his hobbies until you're married. Number 19, welcoming or hosting his family. Be incredibly hostile towards his family, is what this person is saying. Don't welcome them until you're married. I can get hosting if you're just like, hey, I don't want your family staying over where I am or where we are or blah, blah, blah. I mean, maybe that's a tradition of yours. Number 20, sharing family secrets. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you say. I hear that. That's the end of the list that I found from this particular thread. But I promise y'all, it is almost endless and truly indiscernible what people are considering girlfriend duties versus wife duties. Because some people might look at this stuff and say, I do that as a girlfriend. I can tell you, I support Yvonne's interests, career, and hobbies as a girlfriend. I've bought him socks. Does that make me not wifeable because I'm giving it to him already? Like, I think that this list, and this is where I come down. So if you fast forwarded to this part of the video because he was ready to fight me, maybe you'll hear this and maybe we'll meet eye to eye. I think that we have such a fear of giving it up to somebody who doesn't become a husband. The more we inherit each other's trauma online and the more we dive into these discussions, we become afraid of that. But what's funny is that nobody's looking at a man like this. Nobody's looking at a man like, dude, you bought her socks and y'all not even married. Nobody. Some of us have been so hurt by the men in our lives, and this is real and valid. Like, no jokes. I'm always laughing. No jokes here. Some of us have been so hurt by the men in our lives that we are afraid to affirm them, or we perceive affirming them as taking an L. It's not an L to affirm a man. You don't need to hurt a man or withhold your affection or finances or underwear or socks or work lunches or split bills at a restaurant to preserve any part of yourself. Is that who you are? Is splitting the bill at the restaurant taking away who you as a woman are? Is that what your womanhood consists of? That's the part that gets me. And I don't say this as a condemnation, but rather an invitation. What are the parts of you that you're really not willing to let go of? Don't worry about what the girls on the internet are saying. But like, really, what is your womanhood? Does it exist of laundry and socks and work lunches and expensive things and creative intimacy and cleaning? Is that you? Is that the you that you're not willing to give up? Or are those things that you do? And I think we're becoming hyper-fixated on the things that we do. You do not need to hurt men because you have been hurt. You do not need to be cold to men because they have been cold to you. I think that hurting dater cycle is what makes people say that dating is in the trash or it's in the pits or it's in the dumps or the pool is full of piss. It's that type of withholding. Men need affection and affirmation. And I think if you begin to affirm them the way that you wish to be affirmed, a little golden rule action, things might actually turn out pretty well for you. It might enhance your dating life. It enhanced mine. Like, very practically and literally telling Yvonne, I like you and I'm going to turn on all these other guys. I do not care what they have to say. I'll go back to work if it's not you, but I would love to focus on you. I'll be here for you. If you want to date me, I am here. That's a huge affirmation. It took bravery, but it didn't cost me anything. It didn't cost me anything financial. Somebody might look at me crazy because I bought a round trip ticket myself to go fly and go see him for the first time, as opposed to waiting for him to come to me, because that's not womanlike, because that's in my masculine. Okay, then. I bagged him. Like, I'm thrilled. I'm happy with where I'm at. I did what I wanted to do, and I didn't let my gender be the reason why I didn't do it. And I think when you give a man affirmation, he feels safer to open up to you, to be vulnerable with you. If you're like, oh, well, my dates never go past date 2 or date 3. Have you said anything nice to the man? Do you know how many men receive flowers? They talk about they don't receive flowers, unless it's at their birthday or at their funeral. Give him his verbal flowers. It costs you nothing. The girls can make fun of you. They can do all that, but they're single too. The people who are telling you not to do it are not in successful, healthy relationships. It's time to listen to and do something different. I offer that to you. Whatever duties that you choose, just know that your relationship should not make you fall. You shouldn't feel like you're giving something up because you take on a certain duty. Like, oh, clown face makeup as I sit here and give him emotional support. That's not a L. It's a W. I see no downside to practicing the kind of life that you want to live anyway, because it's like wearing the uniform before you get the job. You have to step into what you want to be and how you want to live and try it out a little bit to see how it feels, because it's going to make the landing so much smoother. So just ask yourself and really dare to date differently here. That's what I really want to push with this show is, what are we afraid of? When it comes to performing girlfriend duties, wife duties, like, what are you afraid of? What is the real penalty for doing a wife duty as a girlfriend? Is it societal shame? Is it who's coming for you? Why do you think it's a waste of time? What is a waste of time to you? Not to people on the internet, but to you. What do you consider a waste of your time? Something not going the way that you wanted it to? Are you in control of everything? Has your whole life been a waste of time? Because I'm sure a lot of things didn't go the way that you thought or expected them to go. But really define for yourself. I can't even define it for you. What's a waste of time to you? And who's going to care? And why does it matter? Do not go out of your way to withhold things that you would naturally do. Whether you are 2 conversations in or 2 dates in or 2 weeks in or months in or years in. If you want to get him the PS25, get him the PS25. And he's going to smile. Or he's going to be like, I already have one. You're like, dang, who is she? But like girlfriend duties, wife duties, I think we can throw this all away, because if somebody is choosing you for the duties that you do, they're not seeing you for who you are, but rather what you can provide. What you can provide and what you do and how you behave is only a small part and portion of you. You are important. You are valid. You don't need to prove your value to anyone. You don't need to convince anybody of why they should be with you ever. You don't need to engage in these very stupid conversations or define anything that you're doing as a girlfriend duty or a wife duty. Just do it. Just live it. This life is way too short. And I know you're not about to be in heaven looking down like, I'm glad I only did girlfriend duties. Glad I didn't give him any wife duties. There are no trophies for that. Y'all, thank you so much for supporting Dating Unsettled. It's your support, it's your listening, it's your loving, your learning, your sharing, your commenting that keeps this art project and this heart project going. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, because I unleash new reflections on Dating Unsettled whenever I feel like it. We'll see you soon.